And then we find that the third Monday of each month is gonna work for the entire
No
year.
holidays
Yes.
on
There's
there.
no holidays, so we
No
can
holiday.
advertise.
That's what they looked it up.
Yep. I second that motion.
Got a motion and a second. How do you vote?
Mike,
Yes.
Tammy,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug,
Yes.
Ed,
Yep. Meeting rules for current, meeting rules of conduct. We
Moving
currently use Bob's.
We just follow.
Motion to continue Robert rules.
Follow them, that's adopt.
Yeah,
Follow.
follow. It just says to
Follow.
follow.
We actually have there's a resolution in place for that.
I second it.
Got a motion and a second. Anybody want it to be a free-for-all? How do you vote?
Mike,
Yes.
Tammy,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug,
Yes.
Ed,
Yeah. Set the 2019 commission rate for real estate tax collector.
Motion to maintain the status quo.
Second.
Motion is to keep the rate the same.
Yes.
Motion and a second. Anybody got any comments? How do you vote?
Mike,
Yep.
Tammy,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug,
Yes.
Ed.
Yep. Retain road and police employees with wages and employees' policies as per contracts.
So moved.
I'll second that.
Are we supposed to separate those?
Just, yeah, what?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, I just was asking.
Discussion? How do you vote?
Wait, yeah, you might be correct.
So add the word respected.
Well, the police employees is gonna remain at the 2018 rates. Right? And we're in negotiations, so
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
So maybe you should separate them.
yeah, they should be separated.
Withdraw your
I
motion.
withdraw.
You withdraw your second.
Yes.
So basically making a motion to retain the
Retain
current road crew employees.
With the wage.
As per
and
contract.
Employee policies per contract.
I'll second that.
Got a motion and a second for the road employees, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Any comments? How do you vote?
Tammy,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug,
Yes.
Ed,
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah.
Okay, now we need 11A.
I move that we set the police wages and employee policies as per 2018, or the most recent agreement of 2018.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second, comments?
Just that we need to get something scheduled and get moving on it.
Right.
All right. How do you vote?
Tammy,
Yes.
Kathy,
No.
Doug,
Yes.
Ed,
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah.
All right, that's 11 and 11A. All right, 12, set the 2019 holidays to be observed.
One thing on that, just so that everybody knows, and just not to backtrack, once negotiations made, the pay will be retroactive to the policemen.
Or it can be retroactive.
It can be in part of the negotiation. We've done it in the past, and
Okay. Observed holidays for the
Office for the township.
for the township.
They've always gone with the road crew, and that's their holidays.
I'll move that we keep it the same.
I'll second it.
420 ain't on there.
What's 420?
All right. Got a motion and a second.
Just stumped us all.
420.
Yes.
I had No clue what he's talking about.
Kathleen, or Kathy, Doug,
Yeah,
Ed,
Yep.
Mike,
Yeah,
Tammy.
yes.
Set Parks and Rec meetings. Currently, they're meeting on Tuesdays,
So moved.
second Tuesday.
I second that.
A motion and a second.
Put that in the same ad.
Yeah.
Doug did.
How do you vote? You wanna add that to the?
No, well, no, they can do that.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Doug,
Yes.
Ed,
Yep.
Mike.
Yep.
Tammy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Doug's first.
Okay.
Did you vote?
Yeah.
Oh. Darnell Township, Claysville Borough Municipal, or
Yeah.
multi-municipal comprehensive planning joint, or planning commission.
Yes.
Oh, that's the meetings,
Yeah.
their meetings.
I move we
Keep it.
approve it.
A second.
Questions, comments?
I do have a comment.
Yeah.
You know, Donegal Township was a signer on that agreement. And they also were signers on the agreement to participate in that committee and commission. And initially, I was chair of it. Jay Dutton volunteered to be on it because no one else wanted to be on it. And there is no one representing the township now, nor is there anyone representing Claysville. But it would really be a good thing to start that back up.
So they're not meeting right now? I mean, okay.
No, they haven't since she resigned.
Okay.
Well, I had to resign. Yeah.
It's Donegal Township, Claysville Borough Municipal.
Is that through some type of grant money or something, that comprehensive plan?
No, it's the comprehensive plan that has to come out every 10 years, is it?
10 years, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It has to be reviewed every 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times you get people that do the comprehensive plans.
No, the comprehensive plan was done, and it was an official.
Yeah, right, but I'm just saying, I know that we do that other places, but you pay somebody to do that, usually get grant money for something.
Well,
that's doing
they
it.
have the plan, but it's.
No,
it's
the plan's
ordinance.
done.
The plan's done?
Plan's
Yeah,
done.
the plan's all done.
So what's this group do then?
The redevelopment authority, when you have a joint commission, you have a joint agreement, and what you do is review the comprehensive plan to ensure that the things that are taking place in the township or the borough meet the comprehensive plan, the goals that are in the comprehensive plan. And also, they make recommendations, okay? Make recommendations to both agencies of changes that need to be made to the plan.
We need 2 members, is that what we need, Kathy?
Actually, we need 3.
We need 3.
Donegal needs 3, Claysville needs 2.
We have none.
We have none.
They have none. Okay, well, we put the two-
Just.
So we just set a meeting date for, or
Sure.
we're gonna set a meeting date for meetings that don't happen? I am
got it.
all for that.
Yeah.
You know what, and I was in error because Pam Kinski
Yeah,
at
Pam's
the
still on.
very end joined it, yeah.
Yeah,
So Pam's on for Donegal,
right.
but is Jay on then for Claysville? I mean, is he the Claysville?
No, Jay was Donegal.
He
He
Oh.
volunteered for
he's
Donegal
in the
because,
township.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Okay,
So we need one more. What's your name?
Yeah, if Jay wants to continue.
Maybe we should send him, Jay, a letter and
You need to ask
see if he
him.
would still be interested in continuing and help us find a 3rd member. We could do that, couldn't we?
Yeah.
okay. So we have a motion and a second to set up meetings for meetings that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
How do you vote?
Tammy,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug.
Yep.
Ed,
Sure.
Mike.
Yep.
Resolution for fee schedules for 2019.
I move we'll leave it the same as 2018 for today. If you want to come back to the next meeting, change it, you can change it. Just make a motion to pass a
Resolution
resolution.
number one.
Right,
Number one.
resolution to be the resolution number 1 of 2019, keeping it the same.
I second that.
A motion and a second, discussion. What is it?
This one. It's the same, so we can all meet and talk about it, and then we can propose if we ever think we.
Change it as you go.
Okay. How do you vote?
Doug,
Yes.
Ed,
No.
Mike,
Yeah.
Tammy,
Yes.
Kathy,
No.
Okay. Other business for consideration, motion to advertise for bids for stone and diesel fuel. Bids will be opened and contracts awarded at February meeting.
So moved.
I second that.
This is like summer supplies,
Yes. It would be spring.
or, yeah, spring time supplies.
So we're not gonna get on the county bid this year, is what we're saying, right?
Yes, we have to be on the county.
I thought that was a problem last year when we were on too.
We can,
No,
we
you can be,
we can do both and then
Okay.
take the better,
All right.
take the
Better.
better.
Okay,
Right.
Yep.
got it.
yeah,
We just,
okay. Got a motion and a second. Any other discussion?
That has to be state approved, right? So,
Yeah.
Yes,
yes,
In order to pay for liquid fuels, yes.
we're doing that, right?
yes.
yes.
Okay. Just had another tire cut down the other day when we had stone put on Lions and,
Even the
That's
state.
because we don't get that soft stone anymore.
no, this stone, I'd never seen this type of stone. I have a bag full if you guys want it, but I'd never seen it before that we've
Probably
used.
sharp.
It's all sharp. It's all, it's, so I'm surprised it's state approved.
Maybe
Sorry to say that.
Limestone, Ed?
Maybe it'll work in your
Yeah.
flintlock.
I know when I say that, the road won't get gravel, but I'm just being blunt. It's not what we've seen before.
Yeah.
I don't know where it came from.
Probably harder stone.
All right, we got a motion and a second. Anybody else? How do you vote?
Doug,
Yep.
Ed,
Sure.
Mike,
Yep.
Tammy,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Set cleanup day date,
Day or dates.
date or dates for the year.
Anybody have any ideas?
I think it's too early to decide that myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
No action. Motion to post approved minutes on the township's link of Donald Township website. Oh, we don't do that?
We used to do it. We need
As
to,
we know how.
Sharon, you know how to do that.
putting them on all the time.
Sharon used to put them on.
Yeah.
Put 'em on.
Okay.
She can show you,
Very involved.
I think it's good.
Yeah.
Something else.
Open's better than,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Motion, make a motion.
I'll make the motion to post the approved minutes on the township's Dornick website.
Yeah, and let's catch up from where we left off, because those, a lot of people use those as, what do you say?
You don't
That's
have
the
to-
approved.
Well, I don't care, we need to have a complete set of minutes, because people do go back and look at those.
Now, that says the approved.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're the official
Yeah.
minutes.
Once they're approved, they go on.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Got a motion and a second. Want to argue about it?
Ooh,
How do you vote?
Doug,
Yep,
Ed,
Yep.
Mike,
Yep.
Tammy,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
that webpage is not too bad once you get onto it.
it's on
We done?
That. Waiting for
No, I
the
mean,
answer.
I didn't, you got, I'm not hearing your heads rattle or something. I'm waiting for everybody to vote and then,
Okay.
motion to approve bills for the payment. These are the bills up here.
So,
Second.
discussion, I would like to pull out the Hunter one,
Yeah.
if you would amend your,
Yeah,
it doesn't have any explanation of what,
I agree.
every time we send a truck here, it's $1,000.
Yeah, okay. I'll remove,
So you
want
want
to
to just
amend it,
amend
Doug,
your.
and
Yeah, I'll amend it to withhold the 100 bill pending explanation. We can approve it the next meeting.
You good with that, Mike?
Yep.
Got a motion and a second, how do you vote?
Doug,
Yes.
Ed,
Yep.
Mike.
Yep.
Tammy,
Yep.
Kathy.
Yes.
Additions to the agenda. Range Road Bond Change Rider. I haven't got a clue what it
They're
is.
changing their bond on
Yeah, they're
On
changing.
Grimes?
Grimes Road to
half and
exclude
half.
the part they're not gonna use.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
do we have it
Chief,
here
did
somewhere?
they agree to that and everything's good?
Yeah, as I told Mrs. Croft, they agreed to it, we have the paperwork for it, they provided the bonds, they've agreed to do whatever we need, they don't want to cause any more problems.
So
They're
they're
going
not,
from 0.6 miles north of State Route 40 and 0.4 miles south from State Route 231. So that
So they'll-
basically would leave out the middle section.
Come into the well from the top, come into the tank pad from the bottom, they won't travel the center.
On that subject, we're gonna clamp it.
Motion to.
Clamp should be here tomorrow or the next day.
did you look at it, Dennis?
No. I read it. That says what she said.
Yeah, it's,
I'm just asking.
yeah, you were sick, you didn't get your.
Yeah, okay. All right. You motion?
I move we approve the change. That's basically what we asked for.
Got a second?
I'll second it.
Motion and a second. How do you vote?
Doug,
Yep.
Ed,
No.
Mike,
Yeah.
Tammy,
Yes.
Kathy.
Yes.
And just as a side note, I have not talked to Arrows Up, but I did talk to Mr. Teagarden. He's in agreement that there's no reason for them to be running that, I don't think-
You're not talking about me.
no, I'm sorry, Joe, yeah.
Okay.
What is it, Blackfoot Trucking? He doesn't want to cause any, he's good with it, we've had discussion about it. So, I don't see any reason to send him anything in writing, he's not gonna cause any grief, so. That's it, thank you.
Thanks. Strauss junkyard permits.
Move we approve.
I'll second that.
Everything's paid for that,
Yes.
250.
How do you vote?
Ed,
Sure.
Mike.
Yep.
Tammy,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug.
Yes.
Public comments.
Wait.
Hold on.
We gotta add the blanket bond.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a
okay.
few more things that need added.
Oh,
We didn't-
okay, I'm not in charge anymore. Go.
So I make a motion that we
Investigate.
investigate a blanket bond for the office with our
Cover all supervisors.
coverall supervisor and office
Anybody?
personnel.
Wait, you want blankets and coveralls?
No, no. Well, I can use coveralls.
It's always hot when I'm in there. I don't know.
With H.A. Thompson, that's our current.
I'll second. You bring
Want
back,
to
you
explain, yeah.
bring back numbers.
We got a motion and a second. You want to explain to the public what it is?
So upon talking to the insurance, there's a thing out for, it's a blanket bond. What it does is it includes an amount for the supervisors and any employees within the office for handling money, if there's money handled. It's just an extra bond to cover anybody that would be in the office working.
Okay.
And then he's, you know.
And this is, the motion is just to check it into it?
Yes.
Anybody else? Discussion? Got a motion and a second, right?
Yep.
How do you vote?
Ed,
Yep.
Mike,
Yep.
Tammy,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug.
Yes.
Okay,
Nope.
next up.
Hold
You guys have more?
on. No, you do.
Yeah, I do. I just didn't know.
No, Tammy, you're
You got
done.
anything
right?
else?
I'm done.
Okay.
All right, due to the fact that if everything goes okay, then there will be multiple people in the computer using QuickBooks, I'm going to make a motion that anyone with access to QuickBooks not only be bonded, but have their own passwords.
Okay.
Could that be like an admin or the same thing? Or?
I think that everybody should have their own passwords regardless.
You can make so there would be an admin, and then they will distribute different sign-ons to each person. So that way you know who's in the computer at what time.
But could the admin get into the computer under someone else's password?
No.
Wouldn't have full access depending what you do.
Huh?
Wouldn't have full access if you did it that way, depending how you set it up. You can tier their access.
Correct.
But yes, if I have your passcode and everything, I can go in as you.
If
Right,
you have
well,
my,
you
yeah,
let them change their password.
that's a big if. I mean, if I have your social security number, I can do a lot of things, you know.
Well, typically, the head of whoever's running it would have all passcodes. I see what you're saying. You don't want me to go in there and start changing things without you knowing that I did it.
Yes,
Or
or change
manipulate
it
data or
under,
whatever else.
yes,
Yeah.
change it under one person or the other one, yes.
So can the board hold the admin password?
Whoever's appointed to that head of the office needs to have it.
Okay, hang on. We got a motion, right?
Yeah.
Did anybody second it?
No.
That was just that part.
All right, I'll second it.
So we
Read the
can,
motion back.
That anyone with access to QuickBooks not only be bonded, but have their own passwords.
Okay, I'm gonna second it. Now we can have the discussion. All right. You done?
I don't know about the other two auditors, but no one should have anybody else's password, in my opinion. We need to know who's doing what and when they're doing it and why they're doing it. I mean, I don't even think an administrator should have the password of, say, Tammy shouldn't have Doug's password. I don't
Right.
think that that's the way it should work. Because then Tammy could go under Doug's name and do whatever she
Pretending to
wanted.
be Doug, yes, I
Right.
understand. Yeah.
That's why I said, what you do is you set it and then they change it. Like, so it's just like we do with the email. I set your password as for you to change, and they get to change their password once they log in. Does that make sense?
You get a temporary one,
You
it's
get a
like when you
temporary
set up.
password,
Right.
and
I understand.
Somebody said, I think Doug said the head of the office would have all the passwords. I think
What?
that defeats the purpose.
Many places, that's the way it is.
What happens if something happens to the person that's on there? I mean,
Well,
we're all subject to be sick or,
well, QuickBooks,
die,
in case of,
you know, and nobody has
in
a
case of
password
an
to get in.
emergency,
Well, they would all
QuickBooks
have their
can
own
get you, can get into
passwords.
your program. I'm
yeah.
fairly certain of that.
That, and then the
Yes,
fact
yeah.
of your bonds might be really, really high.
Right. Those are questions when they ask, well, you know, you filled out bond paperwork, they'll ask you those kinds of questions.
Well, the blanket bond will cover that. That's the idea.
Right, but if you, like, you already pay about, what, 1,500 for a bond for $1 million for one person?
Yeah, like I said, I have to investigate that.
Yeah,
So.
it might be a lot higher than you're thinking.
The
it
nice
might
thing with
be.
QuickBooks is there's an audit trail that prints out all the time. It tells you the time, and it's actually, every entry is time stamped. So,
But not ID.
But not ID, yeah.
that's what I'm saying. You can make it ID by having their own sign-on. Giving everybody like certain access to certain things. So,
Which is fine, but, because I ain't never gonna be on it, so.
Normally,
Yeah.
we have two. I mean, if we have two in the office, it would be those two.
But I don't have a problem with people being able to look. Is there a way that you can do it where they can look but not act?
yeah.
Yeah, you just set up those permissions
Mhm.
that they can only, that they
It's
can
a view
only
only.
view. Yeah, it's a view only.
All right, anybody else? Got a motion and a second.
I'd like to have a repeat of the motion.
Read it.
Yeah, the chairman, no.
Anyone with access to QuickBooks should have to be bonded with their own password. A blanket bond, no. That was the last one.
Okay, so the motion was anybody with access to the QuickBooks will have their own password and be bonded. Any other discussion?
Well, I think, that, you need to think about that for a moment, because if you grant somebody a view-only access, I don't think they need to, they don't have free reign, they can't do anything. Why would you have to want that? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, for reviewing.
Yeah, but viewing only,
Yeah.
so maybe
I can
somebody
tell
that's
you, I'm
given
not
full
going
access.
anywhere, either way, one way or the other.
Anybody that's given full access, maybe you want bond and have those same parameters.
Maybe you should investigate the details before you make.
Because they've investigated the details several times and discussed it in executive session, but nobody's actually done anything.
Okay. So what do we want to change it to say full access?
Full access.
Okay, so now read the motion.
Anyone with full access to QuickBooks should be bonded and have their own passwords.
All right. You still make that motion?
Yes.
And I'll still second it. All right. So now we got that settled, right? That's good. How do you vote?
Doug,
Yes.
Ed,
Yep.
Mike,
Yeah,
Tammy,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Anything else?
What is the current status of the sales tax, that the township had paid
They didn't
and all the
grant it.
paperwork?
They didn't grant it.
Where is the paperwork currently?
We sent it to them. It had to all be sent to them.
Did they retain possession?
Yes, that was in the rules. They retain everything we send.
And it was over $5,000?
No, it
How much was it?
was around 40,500.
There's a driveway permit that Dana Wilson, he currently has a driveway, he wants to put a 15-inch pipe in at the existing entrance. Mr. Krasnow sees no problem with that, but he did fill out a driveway permit and pay for it. So the question is, what do we want to do with that?
If he already has a driveway, what's,
Because he wants to put a new pipe.
he just
in.
wants to upgrade.
He just wants to
He
upgrade.
just wants to put in an upgraded pipe, Ed.
I don't even believe there's a pipe there, they just been driving through, it's an old access road. He wants to put a 15-inch pipe in. I said, with an access already in there, you're not required to have a driveway. permit.
right.
You're not
That's off of
required to have
Reeves
a-
Road.
I make a motion, if he's not required to, I make a motion, we send his money back and tell him to do whatever he wants.
Do we have a request from him to do something?
He filled out a driveway permit asking a basically 15-inch pipe to install an existing entrance of Greaves Road on the backside of 851 Old Brick Road. It's the horse farm, so part of it's on Greaves, part of it's on Old Brick. He must have developed the backside.
Do we have that application here before us?
Right before the driveway, also the back door.
If he already has a driveway there.
Is there a driveway there,
It's
Ed?
more of an entrance to the field, they just use
More
it.
of a field access.
Okay.
Yeah, there has to be a pipe put in. He knows that. He don't have a problem,
Yeah.
but he's not gonna do anything until spring, he said. And, but an actual driveway permit, there's already an access there that's been used for years.
Right.
I don't, it's up to you as whether you're taking to the driveway permit or not. I don't feel, we've let it go in the past, if there's a road there.
We give it back to
they
Mark
wanna make
West.
upgrades, We let them do it.
Yeah, I agree.
I
Agree with that.
Right
Okay.
past Shaw's, right before the guide rail starts, there's an access road right
Yeah,
there.
I know. I agree with that.
So my motion was to refund his permit fee and time to go for it.
He's gonna be installing the pipe?
Yes.
Yeah, we're not, he's not expecting us to do the
No.
pipe or anything, right?
No, he said he will put a 15-inch pipe in, because there's like a little shallow ditch line there,
Yeah.
they just drive through it. He wants to put a pipe in just like a normal.
He's developing it as a driveway though.
We don't charge when we do, when somebody has a crushed pipe or something, they replace it, so
No.
that wouldn't be any different.
But there's no pipe there now.
No.
No. But the driveway exists.
He's improving it.
He's improving it, so I don't,
There's no possible way he can get in any kind of, cause any kind of trouble for us by doing that, right?
No, he has plenty of sight distance,
Yeah.
both ways. That's basically all I look for is the sight distance and touch the road in.
The drainage.
Yeah. And he's got plenty to fall back, you know, from the road because it's going downhill. So as long as he doesn't do any drastic renovation there at the entrance, he's not gonna change anything.
Well, I got a motion to refund this money and let him go.
I second that.
Motion and a second. Any discussion?
The only thing is, we need to make sure we do this across the board, whenever this kind of situation comes
Well,
up.
that's what they just said.
I mean, as long as we always do it that
Yeah.
way.
They just said we've done it in the past, right?
Right, that's why I was asking about
Yeah.
even changing the pipe, because that would be
Yeah.
considered the same, in the same.
Yeah. All right. Anybody else? How do you vote?
Ed,
Yep.
Mike,
Yep.
Annie,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Make a motion that the board of supervisors write a letter that Sharon had requested repeatedly regarding documents leaving the township building without her knowledge.
That's a required one.
I move we go to executive session.
First, you got a second?
Yeah, I'll second that.
Before you do, can I bring up something so I can leave?
I was shooting for, like, it was midnight this time last year when this meeting ended, and I was really, I thought maybe.